it's evolved into a nuclear installation, and it's evolving with the times. At the moment, decommissioning it is majority decommissioning site. What's down the line? We can utilise assets, as you put it before, for future projects. But I say, my pay level, I'm not sure what those future assets are.
Well, I think that there's something that I've heard, I don't know if it's true, but that knowledge is our business. Because really, Sellafield Limited only owns people, the assets, the site itself is the NDA and government. So we don't really own anything other than each other, I guess. So maybe our future business is knowledge. I don't know how you would sell knowledge. It's quite difficult, but maybe that's our future business, and that's why we've got all that reprocessing knowledge, and we're going to try and redeploy that throughout the business to maybe spark some innovation or something, and then it's decommissioning, and then what it will be after that, I don't know.
We talk about becoming an environmental remediation company, and I think that is where we will be probably for the next number of decades, because that's what we're actually doing. We're taking the site back to as much as possible open space.
Well, technically the mission is to make it a brownfield site,
yeah.
which
So
is
it's
sort of an interesting thought to picture.
But it does bring with it, I think, the possibility. We talked about, knowledge. We talked about expertise, and I think knowledge and expertise will come through that process as well. And they're the kinds of things that the external world will buy. So I think it's a big opportunity.
The way that we conduct contracts through PPP should be different. At the moment, a lot of projects tend to run over and cost more than they should. But that's partly the way that we make those contracts, and we just ask for, here, give me this plant, please. And that's quite a vague thing to complete, and so it does often cost more than we thought. So going forward, it'll be based on outcomes. So everybody's working towards the same goal, and it means that it's much easier to collaborate if you're all trying to do the same thing instead of trying to get paid. So hopefully that would change our attitudes towards the supply chain and their attitudes towards us, and it won't be an us and them situation. It will be a genuine integrated team.
So I joined Sellafield 7 months ago from the supply chain. So I was working on bids, and I think probably over the last few years there's been a big change in the way that Sellafield works with the supply chain. And I've experienced that. So I worked for a time on SDP, where we worked in the same building as Sellafield, and we were partners. And although Sellafield went down a different route and SDP finished, I worked on DDP as well, decommissioning framework, with 2 other supply chain companies. And there was several lots who were within that framework, probably about 16, 17 companies come together. And I think that's really powerful, and it's difficult traditionally where you're competing against companies. But I think if you've got a shared outcome, which is the mission at Sellafield, clean up of site, it can work. And I think that the supply chain's getting a bit more mature as well, in terms of the way that it works with Sellafield. So it isn't just a sort of, we will deliver this for you and pay us to do it. They've got more of a collaborative way of doing it.
Since I started on site last September, the biggest thing I've seen is the increase in security. There's more fences, more guard force and things like that. And I think we need that balance in security with the stuff that's going on in the world.
That's yeah, because if the local community could realise how much security we had, like I say, we've employed a new guard force team in the past sort of few years, and they continue to recruit to assist our police force. We've seen an extra fence go in around the border of Sellafield. We've seen fences go in around the high security area. So again, if the outside community could see how secure Sellafield site as a place is, that would probably instill more confidence.